Most people believe getting rich is about working harder, longer hours, more sacrifice, more discipline. That belief sounds responsible. It sounds mature. It sounds correct. But it's also the reason most people stay stuck. Because there are two completely different money games. And almost everyone is playing the harder one without realizing it. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll see why some people struggle for decades, while others quietly get rich doing far less work. Here's the rule that changes everything. Money flows easiest to the people who help it grow. That's it. No hustle slogans. No motivation quotes. Just one uncomfortable truth about how capitalism actually works. Asterisk, let's clear something up first. Hard work is not bad. Effort matters. Discipline matters, but effort alone does not create wealth. If it did, teachers, nurses, and social workers would all be millionaires. The issue isn't effort. The issue is where that effort is pointed. Asterisk, if hard work made people rich, the hardest working people on earth wouldn't be struggling. So what's really going on? Asterisk, there are two ways people try to make money. Hard mode, you sell to people who are financially stressed. Every purchase feels risky. Every sale feels emotional. Easy mode, you sell to people or systems where spending money creates more money. Same effort. Completely different outcome. Asterisk, when you sell to regular individuals, you're competing with rent, food, debt, bills, anxiety about the future. Every dollar they spend on you feels like a loss to them. That's why they hesitate, they negotiate, they overthink Newt because your product is bad, but because their financial position is fragile. Asterisk, now compare that to someone who already has money. What happens when spending money helps them make more? Asterisk, in the real economy, money doesn't circulate evenly, it moves upward. Businesses don't spend emotionally. They spend strategically. If spending money increases revenue, it stops feeling like spending. It becomes an investment. That single shift changes everything. Asterisk, the largest companies in the world don't sell entertainment or inspiration. They sell infrastructure systems, distribution optimization. They help other companies scale. And the moment you help someone scale revenue, price becomes a secondary concern. Asterisk. This is why boring businesses quietly outperform exciting ones. Asterisk. The highest paying roles aren't always the hardest. They're the closest to money. Sales, client relationships, growth strategy, revenue optimization. These roles don't support the business. They fuel it, and fuel is always paid more than maintenance. Asterisk, most people describe their work like this. I answer emails. I manage projects. I design things. But businesses don't pay for tasks. They pay for results. If your work retains customers, increases sales, reduces churn, improves conversion, you recreating measurable value whether you realize it or not. Asterisk. The problem isn't that you're underpaid. The problem is that your value is invisible. Asterisk. This part is uncomfortable. Some jobs are priceless to society, but cheap to the market. Others are morally neutral, but extremely profitable. Capitalism doesn't reward importance. It rewards monetization. Understanding this doesn't make you heartless. It makes you strategic. Asterisk. Skills alone are neutral. What matters is what those skills produce. Teaching that improves revenue. Design that increases sales. Writing that converts buyer. Same skill. Different framing. Massively different income. Most people don't need new skills. They need a new positioning. Businesses buy with spreadsheets, not feelings. They ask, what's the return? How fast? How scalable? If the numbers work, the decision is easy. That's why selling one high-value solution often beats selling thousands of cheap ones. Asterisk. Hourly pricing ties income to time. Time is limited. value is not. When you charge for outcomes instead of hours, income stops being capped by effort. That's how wealth scales. This is the moment people stop working harder and start earning smarter. The closer a skill is to revenue, the more it pays. Sales marketing tied to conversions, growth strategy, deal making. The further away a skill is from money, the harder it is to scale income. If you have a job, you already create more value than you earn. That gap is profit, captured by someone else. You can increase the value you create, make that value more visible, or capture it yourself. Those are the only real paths. Wealth isn't about effort, it's about leverage. Leverage over systems, leverage over outcomes, leverage over money itself. Effort without leverage burns people out. Leverage without exhaustion builds freedom. If you remember one thing from this video, remember this: money flows toward the people who help it multiply. Every other strategy is harder, slower, more stressful. You don't have to choose easy mode, but once you see it, you'll never play the same game again. If this video changed how you see money, the next one will change how you use it.